What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond. I'm back with my own review of the Belle Collective. We are back with the Wicked Witch of Mississippi, and that is Marie Monroe. Okay, she set this up for Tambra to be called out to be a liar because she met up with a man that Tambra has not been in a relationship in years, and that she has a protection order against him. He's a narcissist. He's a liar. This man was a stalker. He was obsessed with her. Like she told Marie, he will pop up at events that she'll never invite him to. But Marie is not believing Tambra because Tambra has known to be a liar. Fine, Marie. Has Tambra been known to lie? Absolutely. But her lying about a relationship, her lying about a man that she said is crazy, is a narcissist, you don't even believe her word. You're going to believe a stranger's word? Okay, I see how you move. Letitia is trying to act like, oh my God, I cannot let this happen. We cannot do this. We did not. Shut up, Letitia, with your fake ass. Okay, you do not care that this affected Tambra. You do not care that this hurt her, because Tambra was very hurt, visibly upset, visibly hurt that this happened. She thought she was around friends, sisters. Fuck no. This is not a sisterhood. This is not. And for Marie to make it seem as if Tambra was being childish because she was calling her attorney, she had every right to call her attorney. I have taken legal action against this man. This man cannot come nowhere near me or my family. And the fact that he cannot come near her, this man went a different route to send information to the group. And since he could not come near her, you guys became the patsy, became the stool pigeon to air it out. Marie, do you not see what predicament you have placed Tambra in? You're not even looking at that. Looking how dangerous you put her in. You're looking at, well, this is my opportunity to call out to be a liar because you ain't got nothing else going on. And Letitia, what is your definition of a sisterhood? I want to know because it's not feeling sisterly. I am seeing that you will never call out Marie. You will never check her. You will never hold her accountable. And right now, you're not holding Gucci accountable for what she has done to have caused such a divide, such a not so good energy within the group. And you're not doing it. You're not seeing it. I don't know what you're trying to be, the matriarch, the main, head girl in charge, but you're not calling nobody out. You are quick to call out Tambra. You're quick to call out Latrice, but you be so afraid to call out Gucci and Marie. Miss me with that. And Letitia, why were you acting so lost and confused when Tamara was getting up and leave and act as if you did not know what was going on? You met up with a man, and when you was asking her, y'all broke up, she said, I told you this man was crazy. So the fact that you want to act like you've never known this, you were never told this, as if Tamara never told you about this, is crazy to me. And you want to apologize for meeting up with this man. You want to apologize for going along with Marie, making as if Marie put a gun to your head, excuse my language, to make you go, as if you wasn't thinking about going yourself. Tamara was completely blindsided by Marie. Letitia said she had no idea that Marie was going to do that. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I believe you knew because Marie has been so fixated of trying to call out Tamara to be a liar since the season started. She waits no time to talk shit about Latrice, but she was so fixated trying to understand what is going on in Tamara's life. Why is that your concern? Why? You were so interested into finding out if her and Damon's relationship was real, and now you got information from a man who you do not know. You want to take his word at face value? Okay, Marie. Like you have nothing going on in your life and you are so fixated of finding out what everybody else got going on. Girl, get a life, please. Tamara's not feeling safe. She's not feeling the love. She's ready. She's ready to go, and she has every right to go. Because this was not a peace treaty. This was a sistervention again. Okay. And now Marie want to say, I thought the man was coming to defend his case. I didn't think he was coming against her. Shut the fuck up, Marie. Do you not know the difference? You cannot, like, you wait no time. You waste no time always saying how Latrice is sneaky. Latrice looks for ways to hurt people because of what she did to you. Are you saying you know different? The way you went about meeting with a man that has information about Tambra, who this man could have lied, this man could have fabricated, this man could have manipulated every single thing he told you to make himself look like the victim. But you're not going to find that out to be a problem because it's you. You don't see yourself doing anything as low as what Latrice did to you. Miss me with that. You are a misery loves company ass bitch, Marie. That's what you are. Letitia's fake as hell, and so is Marie. Now, when it came down to Latrice and Gucci to have a conversation, they couldn't go by themselves because of what happened between Marie and Tambra. And Akeisha, I need you to make it make sense for me. Why do you feel like what Latrice did to Gucci could have impacted everybody else? Why? what Latrice did to Gucci was not that deep. So Gucci is lying automatically. She was saying that she went to Latrice first to express how she felt about finding out on social media that Latrice signed with another realtor. No, Gucci, you lying. You went to everybody else but Latrice, and she told you that. You didn't come to me, Gucci. You didn't. You went to everybody else. That's how she found out. That's why she was so surprised when you wanted to have the conversation after she heard you were talking about it with everybody else. You went to Marie and Letitia pretty much the first couple of episodes of this season. You were talking about the knife in your bag. You had a boot camp event before the baby shower, and you were talking to Tambra. And also, Gucci, let me remember this. You were being passive aggressive to Latrice at your boot camp event because she became late. You can miss me with that. So you've had ample opportunity to talk to Latrice, but you decided to talk shit about Latrice before that. And when you finally got to the baby shower, Latrice told you can feel how you feel. You were entitled to feel how you feel, but I decided to make a decision for my business. You understood that and you said, cool, but I'm going to stay mad because I'm in my mad moment right now. I'm not going to let it go until I'm ready to let it go, which I found to be childish. So in this scene, Letitia can't help but tell the truth that Latrice is right. Gucci did not come to her first. She came to everybody else. But I wanted Letitia to say in the scene. But for some odd reason, Letitia wants to stay quiet about not holding Gucci accountable. I cannot. So Gucci was understandable that if she was not operating in the time frame that Latrice wanted, all she could have done was say, you know what, girl, you're not moving fast enough for me. I'm gonna go ahead and shop around for other realtors, and if they find me something, I'm gonna let you know. If not, we can still move forward. But I thought y'all had that conversation, Gucci. That's what I'm saying. I thought we already discussed that. So why are you acting like you never had this conversation? You're dragging out this for no reason. Then Marie in the background yapping about how Gucci should have put Latrice on a non-compete agreement so that she wouldn't be able to work with another realtor. But that was Gucci's problem. Blame that on Gucci. Gucci, take accountability. You did not think to put your friend on a non-compete agreement, maybe because you didn't want to. But since she did not communicate with you, which I agree with you about, Gucci, at the end of the day, she found a building. Let it go. It's not that deep. You talking about real estate 101. You can't work with two agents at the same time. I mean, if you're not picking up the pace to find a building, I'm going to have to find somebody else. I get the communication aspect. I really, really do. But this is not that deep. It is not that deep. It's not that deep, okay? You are feeling a way that you missed out on the bag, but you wasn't moving fast enough. She said you shown her one building. Girl, let it go. Now y'all know that Latrice is not confrontational. She's uncomfortable. She don't like people coming at her, and she's a people pleaser. She avoided telling Gucci, I don't know about this, sis, but you're not moving fast enough for me, because she probably didn't want to hurt Gucci's feelings. So instead of her being honest about it, she decided to avoid it and just went about the way she would normally do. To avoid a communication, to avoid a conversation, she just went her way. And I feel like you going to have to just let it go at that point. Because she is getting uncomfortable. She has to constantly defend herself about how she operated in her business. I'm just like, girl, you can miss me with that. You can miss me. And I'm like, Gucci, the fact that you not even taking accountability for the parts you played in, you were talking so much shit about Latrice after the conversation you had with her at the baby shower. And you kept that same energy when it came down to her wig event. That's the conversation that should have been had right here. Let's talk about how Gucci came in on 10 at the wig event. Let's talk about how she egged on a conversation with Selena. Yes, Selena was wrong for putting her hands on her, but Gucci, you're not innocent either. Okay? Then they go back and forth. That when it comes to my business and my money, now Gucci thinks she can shade Gucci. I mean, she can shade Latrice by saying it wasn't your money, it was Cliff's money. Who the fuck cares? It's not yours. That's not a fucking dig. If it's not her money, it's her husband's money. They're married. What? Shut up. And then she said, bitch, fuck your integrity. Fuck any bitch that got a problem with me. And hold up, wait. When it came down to Gucci going back and forth, talking about the relationship they had, and when Latrice was clapping, how it's my money and my business, that's when Gucci stood up first to say it wasn't her money, it was Cliff's money. And it's like, oh, wait a minute, Gucci, wait a minute. You said it at the event. You were trying to be classy and walking away. This don't seem like you walking away though. You standing up. You feeling froggy. And for Keisha, baby, I don't know why you're reading too much into Latrice's energy. Yes, but you're not looking at how Gucci can stand up, call out her name, get froggy like she did at Latrice's event. Because you're wondering, why is Latrice so mad? Because she is dealing with a lot in her marriage, having to defend herself with how she operated in her business. Because she's not a confrontational person, but at the end of the day, Latrice is not she ain't no punk by any means necessary. And I feel like Gucci is dragging this out. She's making a mountain out of a molehill because she doesn't have a storyline. Okay, it's not working with JJ's mom living with her. Now she wants to make it an issue with Latrice and Selena. Okay, Gucci said, "Girl, sit down. Don't act like I won't flip this table." Latrice said, "Girl, do it. You gonna do me like you did Selena? Oh, don't let this little knot fool you." I said, "Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Don't let this little knot fool you. The knot you got from getting froggy with Selena after you called her an extra." Gucci, I want you to see the look on your face when you look back on how much shit you've been talking about Latrice. Because right in this moment, when she mentioned you gonna pop me like Selena did, you had to mention that Selena could be sucking Cliff's dick right now. And it's like, bitch, if we doing it together, and what? Ain't nothing to it but to do it. So the fuck what? If she's sucking his dick, we sucking it together. And Gucci, why are you so fascinated about bringing this up? What is your issue? Why would you bring this up? Because I feel like we're getting down to the real issue. You are mad that she brought Selena to her event when you know she brought Selena to her event before. That's the real issue you have. But you're trying to use it as this real estate issue and how she's not being a loyal friend. Bitch, and here go Marie. You turned a complete deaf ear to Gucci bringing up her marriage. And as soon as you heard Latrice say, "Bitch, if she's sucking his dick, we sucking it too," you just automatically want to say it's Latrice confirming that she had a threesome with Cliff. No, it's not. It's not confirming she had a threesome with Cliff and Selena. No, it's not. Marie, you will use any opportunity to talk shit about Latrice. You will use any information about Latrice to come back at her with. And it's annoying as hell to me. Okay? Gucci should have never stood up. Gucci should have never called her out her name. And Gucci should have never brought up her marriage. At the end of the day, Gucci, you are no fucking saint. You're no saint. You're not in no better marriage than Latrice is. Are you kidding right now? Like, oh my God. And did y'all see how when Latrice was standing up by herself, she was defending herself. And when she sat down quiet while you had Akeisha and Letitia trying to calm down Gucci. But she the victim? This girl is aggressive. She always calls people out their names. She raced to get froggy. Like, oh my God. Y'all gonna look like fucking fools at the reunion when you see Gucci is not a fucking victim. She's a part of the problem. She's always egging on shit. Always got something to say. Can't wait to get buck at somebody. But then want to act like she didn't do nothing wrong. I can't. This was a fucking disaster. They was breaking shit, but it was nothing else. Nothing else, nothing else. Nothing else got resolved. We did not get to the bottom of Akeisha and Tamara's relationship. We did not get to the bottom of Marie and Latrice's issue. And we really did not get to a full breakdown of why is Gucci still mad about her fight with Selena. Like, I can't. Akeisha bought a house in Jackson. Marie's coming over and Gucci's coming over to help her. Pete, Gucci offered to help Akeisha find a house, but Akeisha was already in the works with somebody, but communicated with Gucci if anything was to change, she would let her know. And she ended up working with the same realtor she started with, and Gucci was cool, all because she communicated. To me, though, Gucci, that shows you're not the #1 realtor in Jackson. You couldn't even find your friend Latrice a building, and when Akeisha was looking for a home, you still couldn't deliver. You need to look at yourself. But you're going to give past to Akeisha because she communicated. Whatever. So, Marie don't think she did nothing wrong. She is only looking at how Tamara got so upset, and I want her to stand in her truth. I did not snoop. I did not seek out this information. Oh, no, you didn't seek it out, but when it was in your lap, you didn't take too long to spread it. You didn't wait too long to meet up with the guy. You couldn't wait to spray this information to Tambra. So I don't care if you wasn't seeking it, Marie, but you did not do nothing different. You did not hide it. You did not keep it to yourself. You couldn't wait to air it out. You are no different than what Latrice did to you. You decided to run with it and use it to your advantage. And Gucci, you're still not over what happened with Latrice because you still want to find a way to shade her about how Latrice looks for ways to bring out information and does this and that and the third. I'm just kind of like, y'all killing me. I'm watching this scene and I can see is Marie and Gucci always looking to come together and talk shit about Latrice. That's all they do. That's how they are close because they have a common enemy. Latrice, Gucci, you came on the show with knowing Latrice, and then you couldn't wait to find an issue to now separate yourself from her to be a part of the popular squad. Is that what that is? The popular group? You can miss me. Akeisha was just sitting there laughing. She wasn't engaging, but it can still look bad on her because she still has something to say. And Keisha's trying to dig deep as to why Latrice got so angry. Maybe there's something deeper than that because she's not really this mad. I mean, she is understanding that Gucci felt the way she wasn't communicated on finding a realtor, but that's not why she got so upset. I think there's something deeper. And I think we need to figure out where it's coming from. Akeisha, we hear you. We're not dumb. We know Latrice going through a lot. She is. With her marriage, with everything else, absolutely. So you're not saying nothing different from what we already know. But now that's settled, Gucci has a birthday party coming up and she wants to invite everybody. Everybody. I felt like, ain't no way. Y'all had an argument that could have led to a fight, and you want to invite her to your birthday party to start anew? Gucci, you okay? Fine. She sent her an invite. I think Latrice responded, but it's so funny how you still have not apologized to Latrice of ruining her event. You still have not taken accountability that you messed up her event. Like, it's the thing for me, Gucci. Latrice hit you up when you got in a fight, but you never hit her back up for apologizing your part for your her. You see how I can't. I'ma move on. Okay. Latrice and Tamra meet up because she wanted to know how Tamra was feeling after that disaster of a peace treaty. Because it is looking like Latrice and Tamra on the outside. Like nobody else wants to fool with them. They have made themselves public enemy number one and number two. So Tamra's not drinking for some reason because she feels like whenever the Bells are around each other and they drink, they never remember what they said. All of a sudden you're not drinking. What could that mean, Tamra? What's going on there? But she says she hasn't done anything to Marie. She hasn't done anything to Letitia. So I wonder why they decided to team up together to air out a issue or air out something that I've been trying to let go of. And all this to him out to be a liar, you need to have concrete evidence if I'm a liar. So you can miss me with that. Then when it came down to Gucci and Latrice, she expressed to Gucci, you can feel how you feel. I understand how you felt, but I am not going to deny or I'm not going to not feel like the way that I moved in my business. I'm not going to apologize for it. The way that I moved for my business is the way that I moved. You can take it, not take it, feel how you feel. All right. And you would think being a part of a collective, it would have been some sisterhood. It could have been some resolvement. It wouldn't be a difficult thing for us to come to one another, for us to talk to one another, figure things out. But no, because they don't give you space for understanding. They look for a way to say you're wrong, that's not what happened, that's not what you did. Like they always do that and they never admit to the things that they done. So yeah, I always like that Tamra and Latrice do make time to check in on one another because Tamra did check in on Latrice for her event and Latrice is following up with the same thing. I'll move on again. The Wicked Witch of Mississippi, Marie. Marie has her mom living with her again. Her mom was coughing up blood. And if her mom did not get rushed to the hospital in time, she would have passed away. Marie wants to know, what's her mom going to do different? Is her mom going to stop doing drugs? Is her mom going to look for an opportunity to get clean, get back on her feet, figure out her life in a different way? I am not trying to be mean, Marie, but I feel like I am. Your mom is not going to change nothing. I think she's grateful that she's alive, but I don't think your mom is not going to stop doing drugs. I don't think so. And the fact you had this conversation with your daughter, listen, I understand I'm not trying to shy away your kids from real life issues. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't hide it from them. They should know. But the way it was presented, it was uncomfortable for me. Your mom, sorry, Marie, your mom was high in this scene. Because when you were trying to tell her, do you think you need to go to the facility? She was acting erratic, acting all hype. She didn't want to go to a detox facility. She did not want to go to rehab. She didn't want to go to a facility. She thinks she can just not do drugs at all. Your mother has been doing drugs since you were 9 years old. She doesn't know anything else. She hasn't stopped. So I don't think she is going to now figure out this part of her life when she's been so routine and so transitioning to just having this. I don't think so. Then when it came down to Marie trying to have her mom take accountability that you abandoned me. Now her mom is getting mad that she called it out, but that's what happened. You abandoned me. You left me and my dad. I'm not trying to say this to hurt you, but I'm saying it because it's the truth. It is. Then her mom wants to say, no, had I left, you would have been successful. Had I stayed, you would not have amounted to anything. I had to make sure I was hearing it correctly. So are you saying that because you decided to abandon your daughter for drugs, she became the person that she is now? Successful, multiple businesses, ready to be a better mother than you ever have been. But if you had stayed in her life, you would not have put any faith in your daughter. You would not have put any lessons. You would not have instilled any support in your daughter for her to become successful. Wow, which means you feel like it's crazy. It doesn't sound good that you left your daughter, and it doesn't sound good that you feel like you did not even wanted to raise her. You did not want to instill any goodness in her had you stayed. Yeah, I don't like that. Very uncomfortable to watch, very uncomfortable to look at. And she's asking her, are you done with drugs? Are you clean? Are you clean? I honestly don't think she is. I think her mom is trying to appease her because Marie is always battling of having to help people. And now she wants to choose herself. You should have been chosen yourself, but I feel like you don't want to let that go. You don't want to let that help for your mom. But if your mom doesn't want to get help, I'm sorry to say, you're just going to have to let your mom do what she's been doing ever since she was on drugs. Just let her do it. I'm sorry. Then we got Gucci. Gucci is preparing breakfast for JJ. JJ is so happy that he got his mom and his wife fixing him breakfast. What man wouldn't want to have their mother and their wives cooking for him? I'm like, boy, bye. I came with JJ. Whatever. You so happy about that. So when Gucci was trying to tell JJ what happened at the peace treaty, she lying already. Trying to approach it like she was on some peace. She was on some tranquility. She wanted to behave like a lady. Bullshit. It's the same way you told the same story when it came down to your fight with Selena. You always leave stuff out, Gucci. You are purposefully leaving out pieces of the part that you played in. Okay? Because all you could remember is that Latrice was telling you that you and JJ want to be like her and Cliff. That's all you could remember. You're not going to remember that you stood up, you called her out her name, and you was going to flip the table, and you made a comment about Selena sucking Cliff's, you know what, and yeah, you just left out a lot of stuff you said. Because I don't know why you're trying to position as if you're such an innocent person, but you're not. And I'm like, Gucci, you're no business to talk about your relationship with JJ versus how we don't want to be like Cliff. Ain't he about 80? Ain't he about 60? It does not matter how old he is. At the end of the day, Gucci and JJ, you guys are no better than Cliff and Latrice. I'm sorry. Because let's not forget last week, you and JJ were making comments about how Latrice and Cliff want to be like Gucci. Everybody want to be like Gucci. Y'all don't remember that? And then JJ want to say, when it comes to Cliff, you can never understand what he says. He's mumbling. You absolutely right, JJ, but you can't talk neither. You say gosh darn it every 5 seconds. Gosh darn it, gosh darn it, gosh darn it, gosh darn it. Every sentence got a gosh darn it in it. So if we can't understand Cliff, we can't understand you. Then Cliff want no, not Cliff. JJ want to say every time you're around Latrice, you got negative energy, and it's because of Cliff. Cliff be having negative energy, and I am wondering what is with this issue you have with Cliff. I said it, I think a couple of reviews ago, that JJ could be projecting his energy, his anger, that Cliff had an affair with Selena eons ago, and he's now acting like he cares. That's how I'm taking it, because what is your issue with Cliff? Because I don't get it. Because you trying to act like it's so far-fetched for Latrice to say you want to be like them, but you've made comments too. Y'all make comments about everybody being jealous of Gucci, so I don't get that. And you call Latrice a snake. Like, bullshit. And then you want to say when people have conflict in their home, they try to make it where everybody else got conflict. Latrice has never projected anything what she got going on onto anybody else. She hasn't. That's why we haven't seen her around. So as far as spreading conflict, I think that's you. Because you still don't want to hold your wife accountable for the part that she played in when it came down to Latrice, when it came down to your ex-wife. You look for ways to make it seem as if Gucci is this innocent person and everybody else just keeps on fucking with her, and that's not true. Like, are you kidding me right now? Like, you can miss me with that. And then the mama come in, where her voice so high pitched. What's going on here? Why didn't y'all tell me it was breakfast? Where's my percolator? Like, she's looking for her cup. Y'all not leaving her cups where she wants them to be left. And it's just like, get this storyline away from me. She's mad that y'all taking away her cup. She don't want to use y'all fancy coffee maker. And Gucci, you supposed to let her know when you making breakfast. I'm just like, boy, good night. This storyline is not making y'all look any better. It's looking chaos. It's looking like y'all just picking on how to add to y'all story. First, it was your mama moving in, which I felt to be fake. Then you got the problem with Latrice and his realtor. Now the problem with Selena and the girls. And it's back to full circle. Y'all don't have nothing going on. Y'all dragging out small things and adding small things to enhance your storyline, which there isn't one. No. Marie is at her clinic with Essie. Hey, Essie. She's talking about how she got a lot going on and that she's tired of her mom. She wants her mom to be clean. But Essie is telling her, as much as you want your mom to be clean, be happy your mom is still here. Essie's mom's not here anymore. Her mom passed away in May. She was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer and passed away 4 weeks later in May. Now, she wasn't prepared for her mom to leave, but I don't know what else happened in that, because as much as Essie was completely shocked that her mom just came and left, like, for real, like, that's so terrible for her mom to be here one minute, be gone the next. So it's kind of like you need to be grateful that your mom is still here. Now, I know you want her to get clean. I know you want her to get her life in order. But if your mom is not going to live up to the person you wanted her to be when she wasn't there raising you, you can't force her. You just got to be able to accept her for who she is now. And Marie has decided to let go of her mom, of wanting her to be clean, wanting to change her, just accepting her for who she is. That can be frustrating, but you don't want to stress yourself out of trying to fix your mom if your mom doesn't want to get fixed. You can't help somebody that doesn't want to help themselves. That's how I'm looking at it. But I'm going to move on towards the end. It's Gucci's birthday. They decided to have it at this beautiful mansion. She had friends and family. The Bells were coming. I wanted to know, are the girls invited too? Or of course not. And everybody has arrived. Tamra decided to show up because she realized that Gucci was not involved into the attack on her for her being a liar. It was Marie and Letitia, and she ain't excited to see them. What happened? Oh, right. Did y'all peep that Gucci ended up having drinks made and it was named after all the Bells? And when it came down to Latrice, it was a witch's brew. So I was like, okay, Gucci, so you shouldn't feel away if Latrice was to call you a Dress for Less wig because she named it after you. I don't think you should, be mad about that if you want to name her a cocktail. When Akeisha saw Tambra sitting next to her, Akeisha said, I'm not going to ruin my friend's event. I'm just going to just say we good for now and have a good time. Appreciate that. Honestly, out of all the Bells, Akeisha does have a actual reason to not fool with Tambra, but we still have not gotten the conversation. Then Letitia came in without Glenn. JJ wants to know where was Glenn. Glenn working. So our assumptions were correct. After Glenn's grandmother passed away, Letitia and Glenn have gotten closer. Our assumptions were correct. Glenn was going to use his grandmother passing for them to get back together, and it is what it is, Letitia. Just admit it. Stop lying. Latrice came to support Gucci. I wouldn't have come. I felt like, girl, we have not gotten past all of our issues. We have not taken accountability, at least on Gucci's part, of why we're here. And for Latrice to be the bigger person to come to an event after a huge argument to support her, that says a lot about Latrice's character versus Gucci. Because Gucci has been throwing a ton of shade at Latrice. And it's kind of like, oh my God, Gucci, have you ever been Latrice's friend? Or were you looking for a way to not be friends with her? I don't know. And then Marie decided to say hello to Latrice. She said, hey, Tracy Pooh. Marie, are you drunk? And that's exactly what Latrice felt. Like, girl, you drunk? Let me get from your ass. Like, I ain't got time for you or Gucci. Like, for real. And then Marie wants to say every time her and Latrice are in the same room, something pops off. That's because you pop off, Marie. You are always looking for a reason to pop off on Latrice. Let's go back to season 1. Let's go to season 2. You are the main person who's always getting into it with Latrice. Latrice has never came for you. You came for her. Like, you can miss me with that. You spent the entire season shading her. Then Akeisha and Josh, hey Josh, they have a conversation with Gucci outside because she hasn't spoken to him in a while. And Akeisha was just telling Gucci that Josh vented some things to her and she was feeling some type of way about how he was treated. And when she met up with Latrice, all she wanted to do was to tell Latrice how Josh felt. Josh said he did not talk to Akeisha purposefully to talk about Latrice's business, but that's exactly what he did. You know, I did say while Josh was in the wrong for working on the job and talking about Latrice's business in front of Akeisha, yeah, that was wrong. But you are on a reality show where everybody has seen your issues, they've seen the problems. So the fact that, you know, Latrice did feel away, she has every right to. But when you put your life on reality TV, you really can't say nothing against nobody having something to say. And when Akeisha wanted to tell Latrice that I think he was just venting to me because I'm also his friend, Latrice said, girl, he is not your friend. He's your makeup artist. Akeisha felt the way that she wanted to shut down that Josh was her friend. I mean, is he your friend though? Because you've been working with him as your makeup artist for 5 years, but you've only been in a friendly capacity for a couple of years. So I don't know. But I do believe that Josh is more, he has more of a history of a friendship with Latrice than Akeisha, but I do understand how he wanted to vent to a friend who will listen to him. And while listening, she says, I hear you, but she's also telling Josh, I'm not going to fight his battles. I'm not going to get involved because that's not my business, but I'm not liking how he's treated. So I want him to be aware. Cool, that's fine. Then JJ wanted to present a very special surprise to Gucci. What? A ring, a car. He decided to gift her a Jamaican stripper. Everybody was wondering, oh my God, is what he's packing for real? I mean, it was huge. But was he wearing a piece? I don't know. Marie was having a good time. She acted like she hadn't seen a man in a very, very long time. And Cliff was in the corner, wondering, puzzling, inquiring if the Jamaican stripper had a real package. Was it big or was he wearing a piece? And I'm just kind of like, you paying too much close attention to that, Cliff. You got something you want to say? I mean, JJ must be super confident into hiring a stripper and knows what the stripper got ain't not going to amount to what he got. So I ain't mad at that. Go ahead, JJ. But JJ did say this gift was for all the Bells, but were you looking for a way to make Cliff uncomfortable? Because you did notice Cliff was uncomfortable. I don't know, Letitia having a good time, but then all of a sudden she's receiving nasty messages from Glenn. And this because Cliff was pillow talking, gossiping to Glenn about Letitia inquiring about the stripper when it wasn't even her, it was Cliff. So I'm like, Cliff, what are you doing? Why are you causing mess? Why are you being messy? I don't like that. Glenn think he got the nerve to be like, you my wife, you got my last name, you can't disrespect nobody as long as you with me. It's kind of like, are you for real? Well, you are in no position to be using that against her after all the bullshit you caused her. And then Letitia went completely like, she said, you're not about to have me be like Latrice. Cliff don't let Latrice do nothing. She has to ask for permission. He treats like a 5-year-old. I was like, what? Wait a minute, Letitia, you are not a friend. Look, we all know that Cliff treats her like a child. We can see it, but she's supposed to be her sister. You really going so far to air out that Cliff treats Latrice like this? Cliff does this to her. She can't do nothing. You're not about to have me looking like her? Wow. That's supposed to be your friend. Like, it's, like Letitia. Because I feel like you are in no better position than Latrice is. Glenn cheats on you, treats you like shit as well. And you take him back. I don't know, like, neither one of these men are prizes. I think the only prize we have is Willie, but he not even here. So it's kind of like, wow. Wow. I mean, Cliff had no business of telling Glenn what you were doing when it wasn't even you, it was him. But for you to go so far as to air out what Cliff does to Latrice, you can't be trusted. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If I was a friend and I knew that my friend wasn't in a good marriage, I wouldn't be comparing it. I wouldn't be outing it like that. But y'all, that's it. That's all I have. Please stay tuned for my next video, and I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.